If you are appearing for a head of school residence interview, remember one thing. Panel is not looking for someone who can simply manage hostels. They are looking for someone who can build a community where students feel safe, respected, and disciplined, and also emotionally secure. Today, I will walk you through the most likely interview questions along with answers that interview panels actually want to hear. Question number one. Tell us about yourself. Sample answer. I bring over 30 years of leadership experience across hospitality and education. My strength lies in building systems, developing teams, and creating safe environments where people thrive. Having worked closely with schools and residential institutions, I understand that boarding is not just about accommodation, it is about creating a home away from home. I believe every child should feel emotionally secure, physically safe, and personally valued. My leadership style combines empathy with accountability, ensuring both student well being and operational excellence. Question number two. Why do you want to become head of residence? Sample answer. Boarding education has the power to shape a child's character more deeply than classroom learning. Students spend more of their time in residence where they develop independence, resilience, and life skills. I want to contribute by creating a nurturing environment that supports academic success, emotional well being, and responsible citizenship. Question number three. What is your philosophy of student well being? Sample answer. I believe well being begins with relationships. Students perform better academically when they feel safe, heard, and respected. My approach focuses on three pillars: emotional safety, physical safety, and sense of belonging. Every policy, every interaction, and every routine should reinforce these principles. Question number four. How would you handle bullying in the boarding house? Sample answer. Bullying requires immediate and structured intervention. First, I ensure the student's immediate safety. Second, I investigate confidentially by speaking to all parties. Third, I involve parents where appropriate. Fourth, I implement restorative practices along with a disciplinary measure. I finally monitor both students over coming weeks to ensure the issue has genuinely been resolved. Question number five. How will you build trust with parents? Sample answer. Parents are entrusting us with their children. Communication must therefore be transparent, timely, and compassionate. I would establish regular parent updates, scheduled calls, emergency communication, protocols, and opportunities for parents to interact with boarding staff. Trust grows through consistency rather than promises. Question number six. Describe your leadership style. Sample answer. I believe in servant leadership. I support my team, set clear expectations, and hold everyone accountable. I lead through visibility. Students and staff should see the head of residence regularly, not just during emergencies. Leadership is built through presence. Question number seven. How would you mentor boarding staff? Sample answer could be I would Begin with clear rule expectations, regular training sessions, coaching conversations, and performance reviews, which help staff improve continuously. I also believe in recognizing excellent work because appreciation motivates teams just as much as accountability. Question number 8. How would you manage homesick student? Sample answer. Homesickness is normal. Rather than dismissing emotions, I encourage students to express their feelings. We maintain routines, create peer support systems, encourage participation in activities, and communicate with parents appropriately. The goal is to help students develop resilience without feeling abandoned. Question number 9. How do you handle emergencies? Sample answer. In emergencies, preparation matters more than reaction. I ensure every staff member understands emergency procedures. We conduct regular drills, maintain updated contact list, document every incident and review lessons learned after each event. Calm leadership reassures both students and staff. Question number 10. How would you create a positive boarding culture? Now, sample answer. Culture isn't created by rules alone. It develops through traditions, celebrations, student leadership opportunities, mentoring programs, and shared values. When students feel ownership of their community, discipline improves naturally. Question number 11. How would you manage conflicts between students? Answer could be I encourage students to resolve disagreements respectfully. I facilitate conversations, help both sides understand perspectives, and guide them toward mutually acceptable solutions. Repeated issues require closer monitoring and structured intervention. Question number 12. What role does discipline play in coding? Answer could be discipline should teach responsibility rather than fear. Students should understand the consequences of their choices while preserving dignity and respect. Fairness and consistency are essential. Rules should educate rather than intimidate. Question number 13. How would you support students' mental health? Sample answer could be I believe in early identification. Boarding staff should be trained to recognize behavioral changes, withdrawal, anxiety, or emotional distress. Strong collaboration with school counselors, teachers, and parents ensure timely support. Question number 14. How would you ensure safeguarding? Now, sample answer could be safeguarding is everyone's responsibility. Every adult must understand child protection policies, reporting procedures, and professional boundaries. Regular training, audits, and clear reporting system create a culture of safety. Question number 15. Why should we hire you? Tricky. I bring leadership experience, operational excellence, and a genuine commitment to student well being. I believe successful boarding houses are built on trust, structure, compassion, and accountability. My goal is to create a residential environment where students feel secure enough to grow into confident, responsible young adults. Now, there are a few questions like a rapid round. How to handle difficult parents? What would your first 90 days look like? How do you motivate boarding staff? What KPIs would you monitor? How would you manage cultural diversity? What boarding traditions would you introduce? How would you reduce student complaints? How do you prevent burnout among residential staff? How would you deal with a student repeatedly breaking rules? What makes an outstanding boarding house? If you are preparing for leadership interviews in schools, whether it is principal, vice principal, head of residence, dean of students, or boarding leadership, subscribe to this channel. Every week, I share real interview questions, practical answers, and leadership insights that help you prepare with confidence. Thanks for watching. Like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Take care.